Hello everyone. I am Komal Mehta, teaching as an assistant professor in computer science department at St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management, Gurgaon. Today we will cover about the PHP functions, AJAX, and about the AJAX and the PHP linking. So as I discussed in my previous video about the PHP functions, we can use inbuilt function as well as we can create our own function that are called a user defined functions. Inbuilt functions are the not a case sensitive ones, so anything we want to add on in our document that can done with the help of without taking care of the case, whether it is lowercase, whether it is uppercase, we need not to take care about that one. So about the user defined function, we have to create any function and that function perform some specific task, and once that particular task will be assigned, that function will be closed. Whenever we want to create any function, we can do it in the manner of block of the statements, and that block of a statement can be used repeatedly in a program wherever it is required, but we must have to call for that one. That means a function will not execute it automatically when a page load. We have to call or we will execute a function whenever the calling of that particular function will be done. So let's discuss about the creation of the user defined function. Whenever we want to create any of the function, we have to use a specific syntax for that one, because in any of the language the syntax is the main task we have to do. Without that we get an error. So the syntax is of function keyword, and function keyword, after that the function name, what we want to add on, what the name we want to assign that particular function is mentioned over here. Once that will be done, that will created a function with the braces. The braces, after that the code of the function we want to execute will be mentioned after the curly braces started. Once that will be done, curly braces is closed. So in the example, right now I'm discussing about the example over here. Let's see. Firstly, this symbol means the PHP script is started. Question mark PHP. About the basic concept of the PHP that was discussed in the previous video, so you can go through from that one. Firstly, the PHP script is started. After that, a function is created, and that function containing function keyword. Then the function has of name write message, WRITEMSG. After that, brackets will be there. Then the code we want to add on in a write message function is done inside the curly braces. So curly braces is start over here. After that, echo, that is for displaying the content in an output screen. So output will be done as a hello world. Once that will be done, curly braces will be closed. The write function basically do the hello world printing in our output screen, but this will be done whenever we will call that particular function. That function name is write message. So here the calling is done write message brackets colon, that semicolon, sorry. So that means the calling of the function, we will discussed about that calling earlier. So whenever we want to create any function, then we have to do create a function, and inside that one the particular task they want to perform, the function want to perform, is mentioned in the script itself. Whenever it is recalled, the particular task will be performed. So we can say in the in this example, we create a function that is of write message. The opening curly braces means indicating the beginning of the function code, and the closing means ending of the function code, and that means the ending of the function. The function basically gives an output of a hello world whenever it is called. So we just have to write out the function name whenever we want to call that particular function. It can be possible to add on the arguments inside the function, so that will also done. The arguments basically means the information then that can be passed to the function through the arguments. It can be variable also. So any argument are specified after the function name inside the parenthesis. You can add as many argument as you want. Just separate them with a comma. This is similar to the another languages itself. Because if we want to add on any of the argument within the function, then that will be done or separated by the comma. So if we want to add only single argument, then no need of comma for the separation, because itself single one value is there in the brackets. But if you want to add on more than one value, then you have to make separation between all the values with the help of comma. So as many arguments you want to add on, you can do it by the arguments inside the parenthesis. Here the function family name is there. Now PHP script started over here. After that a function is created. Now the keyword function is there and the name is family name. After that bracket containing two arguments. Firstly f name, next is the year. And after that the description of the family name function is that f name, ref names, born in the year, br for the breaking of a line. So these are the values we want to add on in the functions. Now you can see over here that dollar is there. Dollar means the value that was printing whenever it is called. So let's discuss about the calling over here. Family name containing values age 1975, so that value is the f name, and 1975 reflecting to the year. In similar manner strail 1978, the f name is strail and the year is 1978. So these are the way in which we can pass the arguments and the reference itself. If you want to add value, then do it directly in the function name, but if you want to add reference, then that is also possible with the help of object creation. So this is all about the functions. How can we create a user defined functions? How can we call that particular function with the help of arguments? If you want to add on multiple arguments, then you have to separate the values with the help of commas. If you want to use by default value in a function, if you don't want to add on any value in the function and want by default value, then you have to use default value function inside the script of a function calling, sorry, function declaration time. That means when we will creating a function, we have to add on the default value itself. That means if when the function is called and the value is not passed, then the by default value is fetched and displaying at an output screen. So the default function is also be used in the PHP. Next is about the Ajax. Ajax basically means asynchronous JavaScript and the XML. That means the combination of JS and XML, but in asynchronized manner. It is a technique for creating fast and dynamic web page. PHP is also used for dynamic web page, but with the help of Ajax and the PHP, the tasking will be done, or the technique creating is too much fast as well as too much appearance in the document. So whenever we will talk about any of the scripting language, the JS, the XML and the PHP are the top one. So the advancement of every of the scripting language will be added on Ajax and done with the PHP, makes it seems impressive. So Ajax allow web page to be updated asynchronously by exchanging small amount of data with the server behind the scenes. That means not all the data is transmitted at a single load. We have to split out the data in creating a modules, and that modules will transmit it slowly with the help of that transmission media. This means that it is possible to update parts of a web page without reloading the whole page. Because if you want to add on some features in a small part, then that module is just modified. We need not to reload the complete page. That's why it is a fast and dynamic. Because whenever we want to add on any of the extension, then that will be done with the help of small module. We need not to use the complete document. Classic web pages must reloaded the entire page if the content should change. But in Ajax, we need not that one. The Google Map, Gmail, YouTube, Facebook, all are the applications that were using the Ajax. Basic working of the Ajax is this one. Firstly, a browser, whenever an event is created, event means whenever we want to click on anything and we want to perform anything, then that will happen with the help of event. Whenever the event is created at the browser end, the XML HTTP request object is created, and that request object is created and sending the request with the help of HTTP request message. over the internet to the server, because we want to transmit our request to the server. So that will done with the help of HTTP request method, and that method will be activated when the object is created. So to create any object, we have to create XML HTTP request object. So that request object send HTTP request to the server with the help of internet. Now server end process that particular request that was receiving via the internet and response and send back to the browser with the help of internet. Once the reversion will be there, the browser will revert that with the help of acknowledgement and process the return data using the JS. That means processing will be done and displaying the data and updation also at the page content. बिकॉज एक बार अगर उसे कंटेंट मिल जाता है, उस कंटेंट को करेक्ट करना, अपडेट करना उसका काम है, सो दैट द डेटा विल बी डिस्प्लेड इन द स्क्रीन. सो वेन एवर वी विल क्रिएट एनी ऑफ द इवेंट, that event will created and the object helps to send the request to the server. Once the server respond to our request, that will revert to the browser itself and then updation will be done and the updated data will be displaying in our screen. So we can say Ajax is based on the internet standards. It is based on internet standards, so uses a combination of something. What are the combination they will use? Firstly, XML HTTP request object, because that helps in exchanging the asynchronous to the server end. Next is JS, or the we can say DOM, that interact with the information. Without JS we can't do that. Next is CSS, for styling the data, for transmission of data or displaying the data. Next is XML, because used in formatting of transmission of the data is done with the help of XML, as XML helps in transmission and the storation of the data. So we need JS, we need CSS, we need XML, and also XML HTTP request object. That object helps in transmission of the asynchronous data to the server, so that server will revert with the help of JS, that helps in interaction of the information. Once the interaction will be there, how to use or how to display the data, that will be done with the help of CSS. And once that will be done, the process will be completed, we have to transmit the data, and that transmission will be done with the help of XML. So Ajax basically based on some internet standards and uses all the combinations of these one. That means everyone have their own features, and Ajax fetches every language features and add on in itself. Next is Ajax and the PHP example. Now the combination of Ajax and PHP makes the web page dynamic, as we discussed. So to communicate with the web server, while user type character is an input field. That means let's discuss about this with the help of code. Firstly, we have to create a form. That form is of first name. Now the next part is of colon space. That means आपने यहाँ पर अपना first name add on करना है. There is no hint at all. नेक्स्ट इज द सजेशन कॉलम. सो इस फॉर्म में आपने फर्स्ट नेम में अपनी वैल्यू डालनी है, नेक्स्ट सजेशन ऐड ऑन करना है. सो द एचटीएमएल कोड विद पीएचपी एंड एजेक्स क्या होगा? फर्स्टली, whenever we will add on any of the PHP code, any of the XML code, we will do it with the help of script tag. So script tag will be there. Next, a function is created, a function that containing the show hint tag. Now the function keyword that creating a show hint with the argument str. Now a function contain the information that str.length is equal to 0. That means अगर string की length 0 होती है, document dot get element by id text hint dot inner html. अगर आपकी string की length 0 होती है, दैट मीन्स आपने फर्स्ट नेम के आगे अभी कुछ भी रिफ्लेक्ट नहीं किया है, ब्लैंक है वो, तो आपको तब तक में वो क्या शो करना चाहिए? हिंट शो करना चाहिए वेदर यू वांट टू ऐड ऑन दिस वन और नॉट. आप कभी भी कोई फॉर्म फिल करते हो, आपके फॉर्म के आगे फॉर एग्जांपल इसी एग्जांपल में अगर बात करें तो फर्स्ट नेम के आगे एबीसी लिखा आता है कि आप इसमें कैरेक्टर ऐड ऑन करो, राइट? सो दैट हिंट इज मेंशन्ड if string length is equal to 0. so inner html टेक्स्ट हिंट रिफ्लेक्ट होगा. अदरवाइज मतलब स्ट्रिंग लेंथ में अगर कुछ आपने डाला है तो वो क्या होना चाहिए? XML HTTP is equal to, now the variable is created with the help of new operator XML HTTP रिक्वेस्ट मैसेज कॉल किया जाएगा, बिकॉज जब यूजर रिक्वेस्ट डालेगा ब्राउजर को दैट कि मुझे ये चीज ऐड ऑन करनी है, वेन एवर वी विल यूज एनीथिंग, हम जब टाइप करना स्टार्ट करते हैं उससे पहले बहुत सारे प्रोसेस होते हैं जो वर्किंग है एजेक्स की, जस्ट अभी हमने डिस्कस करी दैट HTTP रिक्वेस्ट ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट होता है. नाउ द XML HTTP रिक्वेस्ट ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट हुआ विद द हेल्प ऑफ न्यू ऑपरेटर एंड दैट इज ऑफ वेरिएबल टाइप. XML HTTP ने एक न्यू वेरिएबल क्रिएट करा, दैट वेरिएबल इज ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट करा, दैट ऑब्जेक्ट इज ऑफ XML HTTP request method, right? Once that will be done, the function will be called. इस सिचुएशन में अगर this dot ready state is equal to 4 and this status is equal to 200, that means you want to add on and that is same as that of the response. So reflection में क्या आ जाएगा, this dot response text जो आप टाइप कर रहे हो वो आपको रिफ्लेक्ट होकर दिख जाएगा. अदरवाइज के केस में वो रिवर्ट हो जाएगा. That means you want to add any of the text in our document, then उससे पहले सबसे पहले कॉल किया जाएगा एक ऑब्जेक्ट को, एक ऑब्जेक्ट क्रिएट किया जाएगा with the help of this one. You can see from the new character here it is. So we will create a new document, a new object with the help of new keyword. XML HTTP request will be there and that request will be forward to the server, and once that will be done, अगर वहां से status is equal to successful मिल जाता है, that means the value printing is correct one, then that will be reflecting your response that you want to add on, this containing the value you want to add on. So this helps in creation of the document. Once that will be done, we will get a value and the value will be replaced with the hint value. That means we get a value and that particular path will be omit out and the value is of true. That means उसमें एक value जा चुकी है और वो send की request revert कर दी जाएगी और browser को reflect हो जाएगा. So first we will check whether input string is empty or not. If it is empty, str.length is equal to 0. That means the content containing the text hint placeholder and exit the function. अभी उसमें hint ही रहेगा, आपने कुछ भी add on नहीं किया है. बट अगर वो empty नहीं है, that means अगर आप string में कुछ लिखना start कर रहे हैं, सबसे पहले XML HTTP request object create होगा, वो object server के पास जाएगा. The create of a function to be executed when server response is ready. यहाँ पे reflect तब होगा जब server revert करेगा. Once that will be done, send the request off to the PHP file with the help of get hint PHP on the server. जब आपके पास ये revert आएगा, the queue parameter is added to the URL with the help of that and string variable holds the output on the input field. So this is about the Ajax and the PHP. I hope the basic concept of the Ajax and the PHP is clear to you. This is all about today lecture.